Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn how to make this cute bubu gown. So if this is what you're interested in, please do well to watch this video to the end so that you don't miss out on any detail. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Make sure to click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you can see my videos. Bye. So I have folded my fabric into four, and the first thing I'm going to do is to draw a starting line because I do not want to start drafting from the beginning of the material because of that savage there. So here I am marking out my gown length, and initially I used 39 inches plus 2 inches for folding allowance, making it 41, but I later reduced my length to 35 plus 2 inches folding allowance, which is 37 in total. So right here I am marking my shoulder measurement, and then from that my shoulder measurement I will come out about 9 or 10 inches for my sleeve length, and I will just mark it out. Now I will also mark out the width of my neck, and I used 3 inches for the width of my neck. Now I am going to come down on that's my sleeve length by 1 inch. This is because we are doing a cut together sleeve. So and this is my shoulder slope, so I'm going to use my ruler to slope the shoulder from the length of my sleeve the width of my neck. Then I'm coming down by 7 inches for the depth of my neck. 7 or 8 inches, I think I did 8 inches, so it depends on your preference. Now I came down by 1.5 for the back of the neck, so I'm cutting the front and the back together, and I'll just use my curved ruler to draw it out like you're seeing. Now I will also use my straight ruler to draw out my front neckline because it is a V neckline that we are making. So now I am going to, on that my sleeve length, I'm going to come down by 12 inches, 11 or 12 inches. I came down by 12 inches for my sleeve opening, and I'm just going to connect it to the beginning, connect it to that my sleeve length. Then on that same place I am going to mark my body measurement. So here I used, for this gown I used my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 5 inches allowance. So my hip measurement is 11, and then I added extra 4 or 5 inches to it. So here I am going to see how I am covering my sleeve. So this is my sleeve. I am going to start from that place the length of my sleeve, and then I will also curve it into my body measurement. So also whatever I do, I'm going to extend my body measurement to the down part, and I will use my ruler to connect it like you are seeing. The next thing I'm going to do now is to my hip line. So from my shoulder to hip line is 26 inches, and I'm going to mark it. Then on my full length I am going to come in by 1.5 inches. I'm sorry, that place I didn't know it was not showing, so I'm going to let it from that my hip line down to 1.5 inches that I marked. This is to give the gown a kind of, another look, a kind of, a pointed look. I don't know how to explain it, but you see how the gown was on me, so it's going to give it that effect. So please, this 1.5 inches I'm marking, if you know that your gown is not going to be above your knee, please do not mark that 1.5 inches. I did this because my gown is above my knee, because if it is not above your knee and you do that, it is not going to let you walk, because I'm not adding any slit. So as you can see, I have cut out my back and I have removed it and cut my front. So now the next thing I am going to do is to mark my pocket. So from my shoulder I marked 18 inches. That is where my pocket is going to sit. So I used my ruler to connect it to the side, and I am going to notch that area. I'm going to notch it on the front piece and on the back piece, so that I will be able to indicate where my pocket is. Now this is the pieces I'm using for my pockets. I cut out 4 pieces, and this is 7 inches by, okay, let's say 10 or 11 inches. So let's say it's 8 by 11. So, and it is 4 pieces. So this is my facing, and I cut out my facing. I have placed it on my neck like so, like you see in the video. So I'm just going to run a stitch on it using 1/2 inch, just like I am indicating. I have used the chalk to indicate how you are going to sew your neckline. After that, I have sewn my neckline, and you can see what it looks like. So I'm going to use a hemming comb to hem side so that it will not relax. And I have also joined my shoulder. So for my sleeve, I cut out a strip about 2 inches wide and long enough to go round my, I think this is 3 inches, so 3 inches wide and long enough to go around my sleeve. So you see how I folded it into 2, and then I am just going to sew it all the way round. After sewing it all the way around, I will fold it in again. So that is it. Now it is time for us to join our pocket. So I'm going to place my pocket piece on one of my pocket piece on that notch. You remember that notch we made for the pocket, and I will sew it with 1/2 inch, and I will also place all the pieces on all the sides that I have notched, and this is what it looks like. So this is for the front side and this is for the back side. So as you can see, I have sewn my sleeve area, and this is what it looks like. So after doing it like that, I folded it in again, and see how neat and beautiful it looks. So this is how I am going to sew. I'm going to join my front and back together. Like you can see, I have used a chalk to indicate it, and now I am done sewing it. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to attach my bias strip. So in total I used about 8 to 9 yards for this dress. So make sure that if you want your velvet bias to drop very well, buy enough. So I used 8 to 9 yards of velvet bias for this project. So now from my length, I'm coming up by 10 inches. From the length of my dress, I'll come up by 10 inches, and that is where I am going to place my first bias. But before that, I'm going to bring out 20 inches first. This is for that dropping side, because I wanted it to drop very well. So I brought out 20 inches for that, and then from that 20 inches I placed it on that place that I marked and pinned it down, and I will also connect it to the other side. I'll connect it to the other side and also pin it. Then I will measure out that 20 inches again. So I will measure the 20 inches again and cut it off. So I'm going to repeat the same process for the back side. exactly as I did for the front, I'll repeat the same process for the back side. So when you're sewing it, you see how I'm folding it in. I'm just trying to pin it down, but when you're sewing it, that is how you're going to lift your dress up and sew it as well, so that it's not going to, you're not going to just sew the back and the front together. So now, after that, I will run a stitch. I'm going to run a stitch on top of it and on the down part. So after that, for the second one, I will, from where that first one ended, I'll come down by 3 inches and I will place the second one just like I placed the first velvet bias, and I will pin it down as well. Remember to take out your 20 inches for the dropping. Yeah, so that is how we are going to do it. So for the sleeve area, I also added velvet bias. And for the velvet bias for the sleeve, this is what it looks like. So this is how I attached it on the sleeve. I attached it on my sleeve. So what I did was, so I brought my velvet bias, this is the front and this is the back. So what I did was, I took the front and placed it on the sleeve like so. You can place it inside the seam of the sleeve. So you place it inside the seam of the sleeve, or you place it beside. I placed my own beside, so you place it beside here and then just run a straight stitch here. Just run a straight stitch, and that is it. So the length of this strip is 15 inches in total. So that 15 inches, I folded it into two. So here is 7.5 and here is 7.5. So that is it for this dress.